Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Premier League predictions this week, week 6. Welcome. I am here. I am your hostess with the mostest. I'm going to come at you with a 100% score, and also I have my other guy who somehow is in first place in our standings. There's standings up. Yeah, such a joke. Anyways, there it is. My friend Matt. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling like my lead's gonna extend even more after this week, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll see about that. We'll come in and we're gonna show you guys a 100% on my side, and like I don't know, I'll give Matt 25%, or maybe a here and there sprinkle of a maybe oopsie, type of moment here. But thank you guys again, and let's get right to the games. First game up. Everton versus Liverpool. Matt, what do you have?
All right. I think Liverpool are going to continue their strong form, and they're going to win this one 3-0. I think there's going to be a red card in this game. That's my prediction. Because according to the recent matchups, there has been quite a lot of red cards when these two teams meet. 22 in the 30-year Premier League history. So,
okay,
they don't like each other.
I can't give you any points for that because that's just way too simple. You have to say a side, and I'll give you 1 point for picking the side. 3 points if you can pick the player.
All right. I'll even pick the time as well. I think it's going to be, let's say, Joe Gomez for Liverpool in the 83rd minute.
83rd minute. Okay. All right, I have it also a Liverpool win, but I have it as 4-0. It isn't Everton. I do think that the crowd is going to, of course, be in there trying to get in their heads, like rah 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 rah. But Everton has been showing every single week how god awful they are and how many points they can just drop so easily. I think what's going to happen is the new guy's going to come in. He's going to score a goal. I'll even say this: the new guy who just got signed, I believe it was last week, is going to score 2 goals this game. I'm calling it out. I'm going to say new guy because I can't remember what his name is, and it is 1 a.m. my time. So, what's his name?
Are you talking about Nunez, who's been suspended?
No.
Or
the guy they just got in like a week ago, or just summer transfer, or whatever it is, or whatever.
They got Mello on loan today.
He played in the other games, the last game.
Oh, you're talking about Carvalho.
Carvalho, thank you. God dang it. Yeah, he's gonna get 2 goals.
He's got 2 goals already for them.
Yep, he's gonna get another 2 goals just this game. That's my thing. Next game, Tottenham versus Fulham. What do you got?
Okay, well, I think Fulham are on a good run, but another London derby. We've got 2 of them this week. This one I think is going to go to Tottenham. I think Spurs are very solid defensively. Fulham is going to score. I've got it at 3-1 for Tottenham. My not so bold prediction, it doesn't have to be for any bonus points. I don't think Mitrovic is going to score the Fulham goal. I think it's going to be someone else.
Okay.
I just think Tottenham have a lot of quality, and they excel when the other team tries to attack, and it's at home as well. They'll do it.
Yeah, I think Tottenham. I agree. Also, Tottenham's going to win this game. I will say Tottenham though is at home. I think that's what's going to be how they're going to play. But here's the thing: you have Mitrovic not scoring. I have him as the other one. My goals are going to be 2-1 Tottenham. And I'll say Mitrovic
Ooh.
does score that goal. And he does it exactly like he's been doing all freaking season, where he scores the first goal, Tottenham or Fulham give up 2 goals, and it'll be Harry Kane again, and it'll be I'll even say Son will not score another goal this game. He will miss out again on getting a goal.
Wow.
He's been missing out, and I think Harry Kane's going to go ahead and blow up. He's got to make up from last season missing all those goals. So another one right there, but I'll say it's 2-1 going to Tottenham.
Who scores the second goal for Tottenham?
You have to put me on the spot on that one, don't you? I will say, you know, I'm gonna be weird about it. Højbjerg.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would have not been surprised if you said Perisic as well.
I know,
He's been good.
but I'll go with Højbjerg.
Højbjerg, yeah. He's
Yeah.
solid. The Dane,
Yep. I'll say he comes in. It'll be like a
banger of a goal.
yeah.
outside the box.
I'll say it's something like they crossed it in, Fulham bounced it out, and it went outside the box. I'm saying it's outside the box, and he's just gonna be like, oh, this, boop, 32 footer right in. Now watch.
Right.
If it's 30 on that. Okay, this is my prediction. If it's 32 feet exactly, I'm getting 3 points. I'm calling it 32 footer by him. 32
And
footer.
if it's outside the box still,
Yeah.
and he scores like that, you still get a point.
I like that. At least I get something on it. Yeah, I have to be that exact rate. Anyways, next game, Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. The battle for the championship, I guess, from last season. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think these two teams are familiar with each other. Bournemouth are still trying to find their form after their new manager's taken over. I think they'll play solid defensively. But like last week against Wolves, I think they're going to struggle going forward. I think Forest are going to score in the second half, somewhere around the 60th or 70th minute. I'm predicting it to be a goal by Awoniyi. He's a Nigerian forward for them. I believe he scored for them already this season. In one of their earlier games. But yes, I think Bournemouth are just going to not be able to deal. I think they'll have some chances, but ultimately the bulk of the game will be in Forest control, and they will squeak forward with a 1-0 victory.
Nottingham Forest 1-0?
Yeah.
Okay. I have it also Nottingham is going to win. Nottingham Forest is going to win the game. I say it's the home crowd does it for them. They'll be the 12th man.
Yep.
They played great there. Last time when they had their first home game ever, they're going to come in and they're just going to wreck that place. They're just going to go in and let's score, let's get it, let's go, push. They're going to come back from the Man City loss. Most teams are going to think, oh yeah, you're gonna go down, whatever. But Bournemouth coming off of still not having their coach, locker room still broken. I still say they're going to score one. I think it's going to be Nottingham Forest is going to score, Bournemouth's going to score, Nottingham Forest is going to score late it. I think this also, if Nottingham Forest score within the last 5 to 10 minutes of that game, it's going to be a huge boost for them this season, and that's going to skyrocket them all the way up, and it'll make Bournemouth go a lot down. It'll take it on easy and just tank it down. So I'll say it's 2-1 for Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Next game. Next game we have is Brentford versus Leeds. Actually, I think I had Chelsea versus West Ham, but I'm going to skip that because I just said Brentford versus Leeds.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we have Brentford versus Leeds. Go ahead.
All right, this will be an interesting battle because Leeds are a very strong, pressing forward attacking team. They have scored a fair bit of goals this season. They've scored 8 in 5 games. Brentford plays well defensively. They've only conceded 7 to their 10 scored. So I think there's going to be a few goals in this game. Um, I'm even going to go so far as to predict a 2-2 draw. I think Brentford will go up. Leeds will equalize and then take the lead. And then I think Brentford will score in the 85th minute to equalize and save a point in a very toughly contested game. I think both these teams can win. I think this is a great opportunity for each of them to show their quality. Interesting fact, Leeds scored a 90th minute goal in each meeting with Brentford in the last season.
Yes, it is.
The second of which, actually, I don't know the order, but the home game for Leeds was at 2-2. But this is the away game, which they won 2-1 last season. So I'm still predicting a 2-2. There were, 2-1 and 2-2 last season. The teams have changed a little bit, but I think there's going to be some goals.
Okay. I have it a little differently. I mean, surprise, surprise, you said tie, so this might be the point where I start catching up on the standings on this one. Brentford versus Leeds, I have Brentford winning it, and I have them winning 3-1. I know it's a surprise. Team America is going to lose, I think. But I'm going to be more sensible. Maybe it's because it's late at night. Maybe because I got to be more sensible because I got to catch you now, so I can't make some crazy moments. But Brentford's at home. Plain and simple. Brentford at home is way too good. The fans are too close to the field. They'll be loud. Leeds has got a good team, and they're emotional, and they can keep up with a lot of teams and keep them going. But I think Brentford is just way too much power, and they're going to go in, and their goalie's going to play really well, and Brentford's going to take a lead 2-0, and it's going to be early. It's going to be like 30th minute, and then Brentford's going to keep trying to score, and then Leeds is going to just try to have to hold back, and then Leeds is going to score a goal, and then Brentford's going to be like, no, we got this. And again, it's going to be near the end of the game. They're going to get it. Brentford's going to get that third goal. Crowd's going to go wild. Everybody's going to go home happy, and it'll be 3-1.
You've got me doubting my own prediction now, but I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
Both these teams drew last week, interestingly enough.
Yep.
Both will be wanting to prove something, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know the funny part? We did talk about this before the video started, too. That we said there was a lot of games this week where we were like, that could go both ways, to be honest with you. I mean, even ones that were just like looking at them going, nah, and they go, that actually could. So I wouldn't be surprised if most, if not all, of our picks are incredibly wrong. So the next game we have Chelsea versus West Ham. That's what should have been, but I had already said what I said before. Chelsea versus West Ham. Go ahead. What do you got?
Oh, this game's at the Bridge. Yep. Chelsea are kind of struggling lately, but they have two brand new signings to potentially unveil. I think Fofana will play. Aubameyang may feature off the bench. But I think the important thing is the midfield of Chelsea this game. I think they're going to have a hard battle against Declan Rice and company. But I am predicting a Chelsea win. 2-1. Jorginho is going to score a penalty this game for Chelsea. Because if they're getting 2 goals, they're going to need all the help they can get. And he's already got a penalty this season in the first game against Everton. He takes the penalties very well. If he's on the pitch, I should say. I think he'll score the first half. And West Ham will equalize. And Chelsea will win it in the 70th minute.
Okay, and you had, what was the score again?
2-1.
2-1, alright, that's what I thought you said, just gotta make sure. Okay, I have also, again, Chelsea winning. This is gonna be the weird one where, we're gonna, whatever happens, we have a draw, because I said 2-1 also. So what I'll do is
Okay.
I'll make a prediction. I want you to make a prediction. You had a prediction, so I'll have to write it
Okay.
down so you
Okay.
don't have to say it again. I'll
Yeah.
say Sterling gets both goals.
Okay.
Sterling's gonna win. So and make sure it's a high end one where it's got to be almost exact. Like this is kind of weird, but at least it's somewhat
Okay.
exact.
In
So
what half is he scoring?
oh what? I'll say one in each half.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
gonna be 50-50 on that one.
And then I'll say Jorginho scores in the first half on a penalty, and Mason Mount gets his first this season in the second half.
I'll let you pick one or the other because
Okay.
I don't want to put too much pressure on you on that one.
I'll say the penalty then.
I'll go with
say
it.
that's the more likely one
Okay.
for me.
Jorginho penalty goal, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if we have a tie like that, I think one little extra, then we'll see. You know.
A point for
Yeah.
extra prediction.
Yeah, I think I like that. Next game is going to be Wolves versus Southampton. Surprise, surprise. I will let you pick first.
Okay. Both teams that have had kind of mixed results this season. Wolves have struggled to find the back of the net. They only have 2 goals in the entire 5 games they've played, but they hung with Newcastle. They kept Tottenham to a close game. I think they're going to draw this game with Southampton. I think they're going to score second this time. I think they're going to be defending for a long time, concede, and then shortly after find a goal back and keep it to 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah, Southampton has been playing well in some of their games, playing not well in others. So it's hard to see, hard to guess which team will come out. But I think Wolves is so solid defensively that it'll kind of be like a pretty cagey game, pretty uneventful.
Okay. I have as surprise, a draw also against Wolves and Southampton. It isn't Wolves Stadium. They've usually played pretty well in there. The game is at what would be 3 p.m. in American time. 10 a.m. or I'm sorry, 10 a.m. in American time, 3 p.m. there. Wolves usually play pretty well there, so they'll kind of hold up with Southampton. But I also have it as 1-1. So my pick on that is going to be Jimenez is going to score a goal, and the eye patch is going to come out. He'll be a pirate, but he'll get the goal. Jimenez will get the goal, and I'll even make it to where Jimenez gets a goal, so it'll be my 1 point. My 3 points is going to be Jimenez will get the second goal in the last quarter of the game. So last quarter will be anywhere from 60 to 90th minute, somewhere in that range. That'll be a big enough thing where I think 3 points will be at least worth on that one. So I'll say 60 to 90th minute, he'll get that. He'll get that goal. What do you have as your pick for 1 point and pick for 3 points?
I'm gonna predict that for 1 point, Southampton's goal is gonna be off of a set piece.
Okay.
Corner, free kick, one of the
Yep.
like a design play kind of thing.
Yep.
For 3 points, I think it's going to be a Ward-Prowse free kick.
Oh come on, that's not
top
even
right
fair.
corner.
Okay, I'll go that. I'll go that. Yep. Top right. Yep.
Of the net, over the wall. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get that one. I was gonna say, I'm like, come on, the best
you have
set
to add
piece
a little
guys.
to it.
Oh yeah, that's worth 1 then still. All right, top right corner. All right, there we go. I like that. All right, I can agree with that. Okay, next in line, we have Newcastle Crystal Palace is in the next game. This will be in St. James's Park, and go ahead.
Okay. Like you said, it's at St. James Park. I think both of these teams have shown a lot of quality this year in terms of their players, in terms of their resolve and play against the bigger teams. They both put up a very, very strong set of performances. It's going to be a tight game. I think it'll be even for a long period of the game. But I think Newcastle's going to take it 2-1.
Okay.
I think they're going to score. I think all 3 goals are going to happen in the last 30 minutes of the game.
Okay. I as no surprise, have Newcastle winning this game. I have it as 3-1 though.
Ooh.
It's a Newcastle game. It's a 3 o'clock game, and if you know anything about Newcastle, if you've ever been to Newcastle like I have, let me tell you, 3 in the afternoon is the busiest time to be in Newcastle. The way that St. James's Park is made is I think the nickname is the Castle on the Hill or something on the hill, and it's actually prominent. It's propped upward, where you have to kind of like not walk on a hill, but kind of like invert it a little bit, and so the city is literally right there, and it's a big city, and you get off the train, you walk about 5 minutes, and boom, there's St. James's Park right there, and there's a shopping center right after with a big statue of this beautiful winged angel. That winged angel is going to give us that win. Everybody's going to come down, look at that winged angel, come in, and Isaac's going to look at that right before the game. He's going to be like, that's, I love. And however he speaks in Swedish, whatever Swedish is for that, I love. And he's going to come in, and yeah, I do think it's going to be a 3-1 win. The crowd's going to be really loud. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said before, it is true though. That's the crowds are so busy during that time, and it's supposed to be warm or warm-ish day, and if it stays warm-ish that day, the crowds are going to be in there. They're going to be rowdy. They'll take off their shirts. That's just what Newcastle does. If you've ever seen a Geordie, that's just what they do. But yeah, I'll say it's 3-1. Isaac's going to try to score another goal. They're going to try to defend him now because they know how good he is. But I don't know if the boys are most of the boys that are injured are going to be back. If we can get at least 2 out of the 4 that are injured back, and 1 is St. Maximin, there's no way Crystal Palace is beating us, and we're going to score a ton of goals. So I have it as 3-1 win. Next game of mine, Aston Villa versus Man City. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think City is going to continue their routing of teams in the bottom half. And they're going to thrash Villa 4-1. I think Villa will score. And my bold prediction this game, after 2 games in a row with a hat trick, I'm predicting Erling Haaland not to score.
Wow. Isn't that weird to say?
For whatever reason, maybe he picks up like a knock and has to sub off, or they're resting him because there is a midweek game against Sevilla for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Maybe they take him off at halftime or something. But that's my bold prediction. 4-1, no goals from Haaland.
Okay. Yeah, I think Man City's coming in. The crowd in Aston Villa will be like, let's get loud, let's try to get in the lead. They'll try to play defense, they won't. They'll get bombarded. But I have it as a 3-1. I think Aston Villa's going to hold them as much as they can and really send probably 2 players on Haaland. I agree with you. I don't think Haaland's going to score a goal in this one. After Haaland scored 2, I believe, in his first game, he didn't score the very next game. And people were wondering, like, oh no, what's going on? Yada yada yada. And then he comes back and does like basically back-to-back hat tricks on him. And yeah, I think in this game it'll be the other players are gonna they'll try to do set pieces like they do, try to bring it in. And I think the only reason honestly that Haaland's not gonna score is because what they're gonna do is they're gonna set him up that Haaland's gonna be in the middle. Most of Haaland's goals, if you've noticed this year, are either through balls up the middle where he's one-on-one with the goalie, or it's they'll do a cross set piece, whatever. Somebody will touch it, and it somehow bounces to Harlan, and Harlan will kick it in. Basically, it's garbage goal. It's always like a header, a garbage goal, left, right, something that somebody will have touched it beforehand, and then Harlan will just bump it in, and that's what basically is going to be the problem in this game. They're going to just make sure he gets no garbage goal. So yeah, it was 3-1 though. Next game,
Okay.
Brighton versus Leicester City. Go ahead.
All right. Despite my hopes that Leicester will salvage some points this season, I don't think this game they will. I've got it as a 2-0 victory for Brighton. It is at Brighton Stadium, formerly known as the Amex, or colloquially known as the Amex. They're gonna have the full support of the fans. They're gonna come out bright, and they're gonna get goals from both Trossard and I think Gross is actually not going to score.
Wow.
I think it's going to be Trossard and a header from Dunk on a corner or something, or a free kick.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Leicester is really struggling this season, but they're still trying to find it, and I think they won't have found it by the end of this game.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. You're in Brighton Stadium, which has lately been pretty good, but we have to say from last week, watching that game, the Brighton crowd tried to play against Fulham, and they couldn't. But that won't happen, of course, this game. And I have Brighton winning also 2-0. So my biggest thing will be, because the jerseys are going to be both blue, I will say Leicester City pulls black jerseys. They have 2 jerseys, and I believe there's going to be a black jersey. Will be. I'll only do it for 1 point. That's the 1 point if they wear the black jersey.
Okay.
And I'll say I'll say Gross does score a goal.
Okay.
I'll use that. That'll be my 3-pointer. This Gross will be the goal.
When will he score the goal?
Oh God, I gotta use that for the 3-2.
I mean, pick an A player who scored like 4 goals this season to score.
I'll say second half he scores.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do second half. I gotta write that down now. And then I'll say like I said, Leicester gonna wear the black jerseys, which they do have 2 jerseys. One's black and one is like it's like a weird little like gray or green or something. It's awful looking. The black one looks kind of nice, but I'll say Leicester wears the black jerseys. And finally, the last game, Man U versus Arsenal, Sunday at 11:30. It'll be actually after the Brighton game is done and over with. What do you got?
So it's tough. I think the easy pick is Arsenal because they're on such a streak that it would take something pretty ridiculous for them to lose at this point, and I don't think they will. I think Arsenal's going to win. I think it's going to be 2-1.
Okay.
I think United's goal is going to be from a penalty. And Arsenal is going to dominate open play. They're going to have a ton of chances, and United's going to defend well, except for a few plays where Jesus is going to find the net, and I think Martinelli will as well.
Okay. So I'm in agreement with you. Arsenal's going to win this game. I had to score a little different. It's going to be Arsenal 3, Man U 2. It's going to be closer than a lot of people think this game, because what's going to happen is Ronaldo's not going to start. I won't see Ronaldo starting, and Maguire's definitely not starting. Because of those 2 factors, the team should play decent. Not well, but decent. The crowd's going to be rowdy. They know it's Arsenal. They know they want to get the win, and they've already had their first win in that huge game against Liverpool. So they're going to be like, guess what? We're going to come in and do well. First goal is going to be scored. I'll say Rashford's going to score the first goal early on, 30th minute, just like he did against Liverpool. He thrives on those types of games, so he's going to score that first goal. They're going to take the lead. Arsenal's going to come back and score back-to-back 2 goals. Boom, boom, right? One in the first half, and then one coming right off on the 60th minute, coming right back. And then they're going to bring out Ronaldo, and of course Ronaldo's going to come out and he's going to score a goal, because that's just what Ronaldo does. He shows off his glimpses of glory and everything else, but it's going to be off a janky thing. It's not going to be off. Ronaldo's lost a step, so it's going to be off something. But Ronaldo still has the ability to shoot a goal from afar, so that's what he's going to do. And then Jesus is going to score the final goal somewhere in like the 80th minute, somewhere in that range, and it's going to break the hearts of Man U. The crowd at Arsenal is going to go crazy. It's gonna just push Arsenal all the way out, but Arsenal's gonna win that game, and it'll be 3-2. Usually these games that are 5 o'clock at night, somewhere in that range, where the game can go out until 6, where the sun's about to set. Those are the big games. Those are the games that that the crowd gets really rowdy. Arsenal plays well. Man U plays well. This is gonna be a tough fight. But it's gonna be a lot of goals. It's gonna be a lot of goals. De Gea is gonna let some in. He's good during most games, but this is a big game, and I don't think he's going to have what it takes in this game to keep them out. And I think the Arsenal goaltender is gonna have also a problem. So that's my pick, 3-2, and hopefully this week we'll see what happens. I have about 24 hours to post this up, so I'll get this up hopefully in 6 hours. Matt and I have done 2.5 hours worth of videos right now, and we're gonna get these videos up for you guys because we care, and we missed most of this week. But we'll get that all set. I gotta get it up before that time frame, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. This is what we do for you guys. Thank you guys so very much. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.